Alright folks, we're back once again. We're going to start doing the hands. Now I did the one side. I'm going to show you how I did that, holding the pumpkin. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over to the other side. Let me see if I can find a pencil here somewhere. Okay, and what you're going to do is you're going to draw this line right here. Alright, so we're going to go to the other side and we're going to kind of measure. I'm going to measure kind of how far that is. That's a little further over, so let's do it over a little bit. Let me just scan this back a little bit. Just like so. Okay? And it's going to go kind of at an angle. And same thing over here. It's going to go out and underneath. And we're going to take our detailed knife. We're going to put a stop cut all the way around. Like so. You can go in pretty deep. It won't hurt it any. Okay? And then we're just going to chop it out. Just like so. You see, as I did before, stop cuts are wonderful. You know, that really just distinguish where everything is a lot of times. Whoops, I made a little mistake there. Let me just trim that out a little further. There we go. And we're going to go up and around like so. Okay. And what we're going to do is we're just going to cut that out. Kind of be careful trying to cut that out there at the corner. Alright, and hang on just a second here. There's too much glare on that right now. Move that over a little bit. Alright. Okay, so we kind of have the hand already cut out, which is fine. And you're going to kind of round this off to the pumpkin, as you see here. Okay, we're just going to round things off a little bit. And not so much on the forearm there, but we're definitely going to trim that out a little bit. Okay, and right here, where the thumb comes out around, we're just going to make a little hole right there, just like we did over here. Okay, so it's just a matter of taking your knife to the side of the pumpkin and just pushing it in pretty far. Alright, and then just following that outline. You're going to do like a little cut like you did with the mouth. You know, try to match it all up there, just like so. It's kind of hard for me to see everything, so I'm trying to see if I can see that. Yeah. Okay, just like so. And we're going to just round that thumb off a little bit. We'll do that a little bit later. Trim that off. Okay, so that's the top of the hand there. We're going to just trim this down a little bit, because that's definitely smaller than the cuff. And what I did with the cuff here is I took my knife back into the sleeve and just kind of followed that all the way around like so. I did it pretty deep, but you don't have to do it real deep. I'm going to cut a little more off here at the bottom. Here, just like so. Just like that. And I'm going to continue that. I'm going to round this up just a little bit. And then I'm going to take my knife and I'm going to dig it out like it goes underneath. See how I have that angled in there? Now I'm going to come back and I'm just going to take a little sliver out of there. So it looks like the hand's coming out from underneath that cuff. Okay? So really all I'm doing is trying to do a little V-cut into, see how we have that? So it has a little bit of a shadow look and a depth to it. So all I'm doing is I'm going to cut that out and I'm going to undercut it from this side. Just like that. I'll clean this up more when I can get it up closer to my face here to look at it. Alright, so that's one way of doing a sleeve. You can cut it straight across too, it's up to you. But let's just round this off a little bit more. Cut that in there. Just like that. Yeah, I don't see too many pilgrims done by carvers, and I thought this would, I kind of jumped at the chance of this when I saw it listed, when I saw one in a display at our mall, and I thought, oh, that would be fun to do. His looked nothing like this. His was tall and skinny. I just kind of wanted something a little fatter and stubbier, like this guy here. So, okay, so we'll finish that up. Now the next thing we're going to do is go underneath, right here, and we're going to mark this off, just like so. We're just going to cut all this out right here. Okay, see what I darkened up? You're just going to take your knife and you're going to kind of stab it pretty far into it. Now you want to be careful when you do this kind of work because you want to make sure that the blade does not snap on you. I've had that happen already. So let the blade do the work. You know, I know it's tempting to try to do it all in one shot. See how that all came out? Perfect. Absolutely perfect. That worked out good. So that's the under part of the sleeve. Now, but what I'm trying to tell you is, if you're new to carving, you know, take bits and pieces off. We have bigger knives, like I have one here, a longer blade. I've got a bunch of blades, but if you're new to this, take off little chips at first. You know, your chances of cutting yourself is less, and everything else with that. I'm just going to trim off the bottom of the pumpkin here, because our pumpkin's going to be in our next segment most likely. But I want to show you something here yet. I'll be right back. I'm going to finish off this hand. I'll be right back.